Hello, everybody. Welcome back. If you are returning, if you're here for the first time, hi. Um, I'd give you like a recap on what this is. If this is your first time, however, there's a whole video for that. So just go watch that. Please excuse my bangs. They are not behaving today, and it's actually kind of driving me insane. So maybe we'll just try to do like I don't know, whatever. I don't even care. Yeah, so welcome back. I know it's been a hot minute since I posted my first video. But like I said, there's no real plan for this, so I'm just gonna hop on, kind of chat with you guys whenever. I was originally gonna do a day in my life the other day, but well, it was gonna be like a get ready with me and a day in my life, but I did absolutely jack shit. I literally just did laundry and then I ended up going into work because I was bored. What's a girl to do? But today I thought we would talk about something that has recently happened in my life. And I'm gonna try to stay cool, calm, collected, which isn't a thing for me, so good luck. It is with heartbreaking news that I admit I have a crush. Another baddie lost to the flirtations of man. No, but seriously, I have a crush, and I wanted to talk about crushes and also relationships and dating nowadays, which I kind of talked a little bit with my dad on the podcast about. And I really don't want to repeat a lot of the stuff that I've already said on the podcast. However, it's easier to just like talk candidly instead of like, love you, dad, but having to listen to my dad like argue and defend men. Because, like, as girls, right? As us girls know, it's never that simple. And so, yes, let's have a chat about dating nowadays and how debilitating it is to have a crush. Oh, I'm so mad at myself. I'm so mad. So, as we talked a little bit in the last episode about me as a person, who I am, I was in a long-term relationship in high school. I dated a guy for about 5 years. Um and no offense to him or his family or anybody, his friends, if they see this. No offense, because I'm not saying it was all him, but it was not the healthiest of relationships. But also, like, what relationship in high school is the healthiest? I feel like it's just that age where, like, you can do your best. And no matter how, like, mature you are for your age, it's like, it's gonna hit the fan. It really is. But I am very grateful for that time because it did teach me a lot about myself. And after we broke up, it caused me to kind of self-reflect a little bit, and make the changes as to who I am today. I also dated someone very briefly my freshman year of high school. It was about 3 months. That's the guy that you meet at 19 that I warned you all about. I'm gonna keep my feelings to myself on that one. But yeah, so I am a very relationship person. I don't understand where all this hookup culture came from and this whole situationship. Like, what are we doing? What is that? Ladies, can we stand up? Can we stand up? Stop tolerating this behavior. And men, if you're watching, quit being a quit. Quit it. But yes, so I have a crush. And this is a big deal. This is a very big deal, especially for me. And if you know me, you know this is a big deal because I haven't caught feelings for somebody in almost 2 years. Almost 2 years I have been single and enjoying it. And yes, about, I'd say 6 months ago, probably the beginning of summer, I was like, okay, I think I'm ready, like, to put myself back out there and have a relationship, except for I didn't do any work to like actually pursue that idea. I've been on a few dates and such, had some moments with people, but nothing really like resonated with my soul or like felt like it was as big of a deal as this current situation. Oh, it's so painful. So I have a crush. I have a very hard time being completely vulnerable and putting myself out there for affection. TMI like doesn't exist for me or my friendships, and I'm here putting myself on the internet and like just having really candid conversations with you guys so I can see how you'd be like, "Oh, that's not true." Like, "Oh, this and that." But it is, and you can talk to anybody in my family, especially my mom. She'll tell you. It is frightening to watch me try to talk to a man. I can't do it. I really, really struggle with it. I'm also just very insecure, to be honest. I mean, and I know all the blondes are going to come and attack me, and that's okay. But nowadays, there is that stigma where it's like men want the blonde. They want blonde hair, blue eyes, no 0% body fat, double D titties. It's just the facts. Like, that's what men want. And here I am, a redhead, even though you can't really tell in this light, redhead, green eyes. Oh, they also want them to be tan. Can you see your reflection? Yeah, that's what I thought. And I don't have 0% body fat. I don't. A girl likes to eat. Okay. Okay. I'm not out of shape. Not out of shape, but I ain't Margot Robbie. Okay. So that is so hard. It's hard to stay confident when you know what the male gaze wants while you are also trying to attract said male gaze. But basically, so I met this guy and God, I thought he was so cute, like right off the bat. And I told my friend immediately, I was like, oh my gosh, like I think he's so fine. Like, ooh, had me like giggling and blushing and like we made eye contact and I was like, um, it's so embarrassing. Why is it so embarrassing to have a crush? Why? So I told my friend but I didn't know this and I'm not mad at her. She went and told him and I was like, are we for serious right now? Are we serious? But yeah, so then we've been like kind of chatting and whatever and texting and Snapchatting and Snapchat. And so we're supposed to hang out. From my face and like my reaction, it doesn't seem like I'm excited, but I am. But I don't want to be. To put yourself out there in order to reach the stage of being in a relationship, it is very vulnerable and it is really hard because you can make friends and be vulnerable that way, but it's easier because even though you might have affection for them or love your friends, it's not the same as being in love with someone. Not saying that I am, just in general. It's a lot easier because they're your friends. You can be ugly, you can have bad days, and they're your friends. They're supposed to be there for you, they're supposed to love you unconditionally, whatever. But to put yourself out there for someone to look at all of that as well and then continue to choose and accept who you are, that's so scary. That is so scary. And it's especially scary nowadays with, like I said, hookup culture, situationships. Men know what girls want to hear. Girls fall in love with words, guys fall in love with looks. It's just the truth. It's just the facts. Men know what girls want to hear. So every girl goes through this thing where she's like, oh, no, he's a relationship guy. He told me he doesn't do hookups, doesn't do situationships. Like, it's fine. Then you put out for the first time and you're not getting a text back. Ghosted. What are we doing? We have lost the motherfucking plot. Okay, we have lost the plot. And I kind of want to hear what men have to say in defense to this. I really do. But then I know it's going to piss me off. I know it's going to piss me off. So actually, I don't think I want to hear it. But ladies, I want to hear why we're putting up with this. Why are we entertaining this? If we just like forced men to get back in their little box, first of all, put it away. But get back in your box and I'll decide when you get out. I'll decide. Let me not say that. I'm going to piss some people off. And it's so weird because when talking to my dad about it, my dad's a very traditional man. Men approach the women. Men initiate. Men are gentlemen. They hold the door. They open the car door. They buy you flowers. They do all the things. That's how my dad is. So when I try to explain to him how it's not like that anymore, he doesn't fully understand. And he does defend men a little bit. And I'll tell you what he says. He's like, well, guys probably don't come up to girls in the bar anymore because they've been rejected so many times that like they don't even want to take the risk. Like, okay, I get it because that's how men traditionally are supposed to do things. They go up to the woman, whatever. Women approach men all the time. I've approached men and they've genuinely talked to me for about 5 minutes and then they've turned to my friend. And I just have to deal with that. So it's not the fact that they've just been rejected so many times. It's just that it's not happening. And like, I'm not going to get into the whole, like, it's social media's fault, but it partially is. Partially is because they now have access to so many women. And once again, I'm not saying that girls aren't the same because I'll tell you what, girls can be insane. Girls can be mean. Girls can be petty. Girls can be rejective. Girls can be subjective. Girls can also have access to 100 men on the internet. I get that. But I'm speaking as a female. So you can't really come at me as a woman and bash my opinion because I'm speaking from a woman's perspective. Yeah, they have access to all these women out there through Snapchat, through Instagram, through Tinder, through Hinge, through Bumble, through Duet, through TikTok, every Twitter, PH, P-Hub is what I mean by PH. I mean, they have access, and then just pop culture in Hollywood. They have access to every female that has ever existed if she's on the internet. And that's daunting. And it's sad because if people do get in relationships nowadays, it feels like there's such a higher rate of cheating. And you want to know why? Because there's so much access. There's so much access. And I'm not fully blaming social media. It's also just us as a society, our age group as a society. I'm 21 to remember. Our age group as a society is doing this, and we have got to stop. We have got to stop allowing this to happen. And I don't know why I said allowing with an E, but you get my point. But also now to speak as a woman on why having a crush is the worst thing in the world. It is the absolute freaking worst, and I just want to choke myself out. Why is my entire day revolving around if this man texts me or not? Ugh. Why is my entire day revolving around how many times his snap score goes up until he snaps me back? Why at 21 years old are we still relying on Snapchat as our main form of communication? It is so debilitating. And again, I've been on dates. I've been on dating apps. I've done all the things. I haven't had the obsession of checking my phone like I do right now. I also have such a hard time talking to people that I find attractive. Like when we did first interact, he was like, "Oh, why didn't you just come up to me?" And I was like, That's like, that's like asking a bunny to walk into a bear cave. It's not happening. Not happening. And I'm so awkward. I'm so awkward when I do like somebody and I am talking to them. I get so awkward where I'm just doubtful. I'm very blushy. I look away. I flirt by making jokes, which has worked for me. Um, but it is a defense mechanism because I have a very hard time being vulnerable when I know that I like somebody. Very hard time. But it's so awkward. It's so debilitating. It weighs on me. I haven't slept well the past 3 nights. 3 nights. Because of a man. I made a TikTok about it. Wait. Ignore my hair because I'm about to do my bangs. But can we talk about how humiliating it is to have a crush? Like, oh, because why am I all of a sudden waiting on a text from a man? So humiliating, especially because I'm around my crush quite a bit. And we're gonna hang out. We're gonna hang out tomorrow. But why is it so humiliating? Why am I losing all sense of gravity over a man? That's exactly how I feel. I also have a very obsessive and hyperfixation personality. I have never liked anything on a normal level ever. Um, I'm the type of person where I find a show or a movie and I'm watching it 87 times. Vanderpump Rules, Harry Potter, specifically Harry Potter. That was like my first hyperfixation. The new show Heated Rivalry. Oh, there's only 4 episodes out. I think I've watched them 16 times. I love Heated Rivalry. It's taking over my brain. If I'm not thinking about my crush, I'm thinking about that stupid Russian and Asian Canadian gay couple who cannot just get it together. I digress. That is not the point of this. But I do have a very obsessive and hyperfixation kind of personality. So if I like something, it is all in and it takes over everything in my brain. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying because I don't want to sound creepy and be like, oh, I'm obsessed with this man, because I'm not obsessed with him, but I am obsessive over how we communicate. I'm obsessive over, okay, he said we're hanging out. Are we actually? He said that we are going to hang out. Okay, are we actually? He says he doesn't want to just hook up. Okay, is he being serious? Like, I'm obsessive in that way. And then once I fall in love with somebody, game over. Game over. I am one of the most loyal people in the world. Loyal people in the world. I am there all the time for people because it means so much to me, and I want that exact same thing back. So once I fall in love with somebody, that's it. That is it. I might look at a guy like my friend's talking to or whatever and be like, oh yeah, he's attractive. But do I feel any kind of like rumblings in my tummy? No. No. Once I'm in, I'm in. And that's it. Which is like a good thing. It's not a bad thing, but well, it can be for some people nowadays. But yes, I have a crush, debilitating, going to cry, going to like literally choke myself out. It's so embarrassing because dating nowadays is so absolute. Although I don't know why I'm struggling so hard because I'm insecure, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty attractive. I'm not self-conceited thinking I'm the hottest shit in the world and the prettiest ex and all that kind of stuff where you lie awake thinking about me, whatever. I'm not like that. But I'm funny. I have a personality. I'm intelligent. I have a lot of interests that I can share with you. Not ugly, I don't think. I think I'm about a 7. It's not a bad thing. I think I'm right in that hot spot of like, she has bad qualities. She's not Zendaya, but she's pretty. But there's so many people out there that are finding their forever. I've known one person I know just got engaged. One person is married with a child. Another one has a kid. Another one is like getting married. I know two people who are married. Everybody's finding their forever. And I'm waiting on a text back. A text back featuring DoorDash. Wouldn't that be hilarious if he texted back like right this second? Let's look. He won't though. Okay, that's all you get. That's time's up. But I also can sympathize with men where I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, they want the tan, blonde hair, blue-eyed baddie. I can sympathize with that from a men's perspective, because they probably have it in their brain that we all want them to look like, what's a big guy actor right now? Jacob Elordi, who's 6'7" and gorgeous. I mean, he's gorgeous. They probably think, oh, that she doesn't want a woman who's too buff. She doesn't want a woman. No hate. Sometimes I wish I was on that train. I ain't though. They're probably thinking, oh, she wants someone who's tall, who's undeniably attractive, who's ripped and has a lot of muscles, but not too much muscle, but not too skinny, but also with not as much body fat. Like, they probably think the same thing. And we've created that illusion as well. But from speaking to a lot of girls, when I ask them like, oh, what's your dream guy? It's a lot more of qualities versus looks. And guys I've talked to guys that do the same thing, but they always include looks. Versus when I talk to girls, it's more like, oh, I want a man who's humble, kind, funny, has a plan for the future, has patience, is a good communicator, has a good relationship with his family. Those are a lot of the qualities that I hear girls want. And then they'll be like, it would also be nice if he was above 6 feet or had brown hair, had blue eyes. Like, that definitely worms its way in there. But when I talk to women a lot, it's more of qualities of who you are as a person versus guys. It's like looks and then qualities. Because I'll ask a guy and he'll be like, oh, I really like brunettes. I really like when girls have brown eyes. I really like when they have a little bit of oomph to them, but not too much. And then they'll be like, it'd also be cool if like she was funny and like cool and like didn't care if I played video games all the time. I really have to stop making that gesture. I do it too much. Another thing that I am afraid of is I do talk a lot, but I also just have a lot of personality. And I feel like that intimidates a lot of people, men specifically. Just from experience, once again, I don't think of myself as like the prize of all prizes. But I do think that my personality kind of scares people. I'm very out there. I say whatever's on my mind, which can get me in situations. I just have a lot of personality to me. And I feel like I haven't found anybody who fully appreciates that yet. Because with the hookup and situationship culture, we are in the nonchalant era. Which gag me with a spoon. What is that? It's just like back in like 2020 when the word simp was flying around and everyone was like, oh, you're such a simp. You're such a simp. And I tried to explain to the guys in my life at that time, I was like, why is that a negative thing? It's not a negative thing to be with somebody and be fully engrossed by them. Why is it a bad thing to be a simp? Why is it a bad thing to be chalant about somebody that you find attractive, think that they're cool, would pursue? Why is it a bad thing to show that? Why are we in an era where, oh, he texted me back, but I'm going to wait 5 hours to respond? If you guys like each other, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? And I'm a victim of it too. I've done it before where I've liked a guy, kind of, where I've had a little bit of a with a guy. And he's texted me back and I've been like, oh, well, he didn't answer me for an hour. So now he's not getting answered for 2 hours. Everything I'm complaining about, I've been a victim of. So, like, don't hate on me because I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm just calling out how ridiculous it is. How ridiculous it is to date. How debilitating it is to have a crush. Yeah, so it took me a while to film this video because I didn't really know what I wanted it to be about. And then I remembered there's no plan for this channel. And again, I'm just coming on to talk whenever and play with my bangs 800 times and distract you guys and annoy you. And because why is this strand just the one that's not behaving? But I really do appreciate all the people that watched my first video, all the people that have so far subscribed, all the people who have left comments, DM'd me, talked to me. So I'm just going to continue doing it kind of how it is now. I don't know if I'm going to eventually have a plan, but right now I do not, and that's okay. So we're going to keep the same thing where I'm just going to upload when I have time, when I have something to chat about. And today I had something to chat about. But I really do appreciate all the people that have taken the time to engage with my content. I hope you find it somewhat entertaining. I hope you find it somewhat relatable. Again, all my socials are in my bio, or I'm going to link them in my description. Please feel free to follow me, DM me, be friends with me. I love talking to people. But I really do appreciate the support so far that I've received. And I'm excited to continue this journey. If you guys want to just come along with me, I just talked for 30 minutes, 30 and a half minutes. So I hope I said something. I know it was just a lot of me ranting, but I said that might be one of the things that happened. So that's what happened today. And if anybody has tips on how to handle a crush or ignore them completely, please let me know. That'd be very appreciated. Because currently, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose my mind. But anyway, yes, thank you guys for the continued support. I'm really looking forward to this journey, and thank you if you are coming on this journey with me and sticking with me. I hope you found this enjoyable, relatable, hilarious. If you point and laugh, point and laugh. If you want to attack me for my opinions, go ahead. But I really appreciate everybody who's taking the time to engage with my content and who is coming along on this journey with me. I will try to upload something sooner. It is nearing the holidays. Christmas is in 10 days. So might take a little bit, but it will happen eventually. So great. Other than that, I don't have much to say, except for I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's safe. I hope everybody's happy. And if you're not happy, that's okay, because it's okay to not be happy all the time. And I think my most important takeaway from this is, even though it is debilitating, it is absolutely terrifying. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of risk. Take the risk, feel the feelings. It'll only benefit you in the end. It's so cliche to say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it is true. So take the risk, feel your feelings. Don't let anybody tell you that they're insane or less than or not enough. And let's just try to get through life the best we can. And if you're choosing to come with me through mine, and I can come with you through yours, then let's do it. But yeah, I think that's it. All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend, holiday, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.